We are firmly committed to nonpartisanship. We think this isn't going to happen long term unless it's something that happens on both sides of the aisle. I'm a young conservative Catholic, and, as long as I've been involved with this, I've really been beating this drum of there's no conflict between caring for our creation and being conservative. And as you mentioned, this is nationally what young conservatives feel. But I think the reason that there's been so much resistance, and this gets viewed as a liberal issue, is because our Republican elected officials for a long time haven't brought conservative values to bear on the solution. And by conservative values, I mean small government, trust in efficient markets, belief in American ingenuity. And that's what I think we need at the table. And so that's what we're meeting with our members of Congress about and asking them to bring. We're really bringing two big messages. The first one is that climate instability is becoming a real problem. We've had record flooding, we've had unpredictable growing seasons for our farmers, our summers are getting hotter, and we know that's not going to change unless we cut carbon pollution. And then we're talking about the best way to do that is with a carbon price, and that's what I'm bringing to my member of Congress. Our voice as citizens is vital to democracy working on this solution. It can't work unless I'm bringing my voice, and they can't represent me if I don't ask them to. If a representative is in my district, we have way more in common than we do opposed. It can be a love of our creation, of our state parks, a concern for our farmers, and we find that common ground first. And then we can work from there. We can decide what it would take to protect them. And at the end of the day, it always leads back to the fact that climate is a part of that conversation. For me, it was the writing of Pope Francis that really brought me to the climate movement. And that recognition of if we're going to care for our creation, it has to lead to a care for our climate. Those are tied together. And this view of, it will just get fixed automatically isn't in line with what our faith tells us. We understand ourselves as stewards of the earth.